Shout Factory's at it again, everyone. It's your host, Chris, here at Hertastic Reviews. You know what we do here. We just talk about movies, we talk about Blu-rays, we talk about deals, we do reviews. But today I am here with you to talk about something really cool. Just right before October, which is confusing to me, Shout Select, the series from Shout Factory that does Scream Factory films, is having a sale on their their subgroup from a company. Basically, it's like the Arrow Academy for like Arrow Video, to make comparisons, I guess. But they're doing a Shout Select sale right now. I think it ends at this weekend. This video is being uploaded as soon as I recorded, so that's how you see how we do things here. But today, here at Hertastic Reviews, we love Scream and Shout Factory. And I just thought it would be criminal of me if I didn't talk to you about what my recommendations are of films to pick up during this sale. And I have the website pulled up here, but I have some movies that I want to talk about that maybe will help you in deciding what you should pick up right before spooky season starts, and then you're all on the Scream Factories. So now is the time, because after October ends, you're going to want to watch some of these award-winning, these cult classics. I definitely think you just want to see them. So I have the catalog pulled up. It's called the Shout Select sale, or invitation to Shout Select, I believe is what it's called. And let me just talk right off the bat. I have my 5, but there's 2 I do want to talk about really quickly. The first one is Deer Hunter. This is I have a standard Blu-ray, but they have their first ever 4K release from Shout Select for the Deer Hunter for $19.99. That's really cheap for 4K. And Heath from Serial at Midnight, you know what he always says: invest in your future collection. And if you're into the 4K, I definitely would pick up this at $19.99. I don't think it'd ever get that cheap, considering $19.99 is usually the standard for most of their Blu-rays anyway. So maybe you want to get the Deer Hunter on 4K. I don't feel the need to upgrade it because it's a movie I've watched like twice in my life, and I think I'm good there, so maybe I don't need the 4K. The next one, I think it goes without saying, if you want something for the spooky holiday season, Joe Dante's The Burbs. I have it here as an Arrow video release because The Burbs Shout Select version was a little bit harder to get at one point, and I got lucky and just got the Arrow video edition, so I don't need to upgrade it there. But I definitely think you should check out this Joe Dante classic. It's an awesome movie with Bruce Dern. It has Carrie Fisher in it, and it has, of course, Tom Hanks. It's just such a great movie, and we love Joe Dante here at the Hertastic Reviews, and you need to check this movie out ASAP. So those are 2 I think you should really pick up. They're both on there. The Burbs is $18.99, and then Deer Hunter 4K is $19.99. But let me just go in order. The first one that I have here, there's so many good ones I could talk about, but I want to talk just about the ones I have owned and the ones I think you should get. So the first one at $18.99 is another Joe Dante film, Matinee, with John Goodman. So I have it again as an Arrow video because when this thing came out at a Shout Select release, it was hard to get. The reason, I think it's because Shout Select are Region A films, whereas Arrow's a Region B UK company that also does have their own catalog of Region A's and then Region B's and then all regions. But this one is a Region B release, and that was cheaper for me at the time to get than just Matinee on Shout Select. But the run on Shout Select has, I believe, the short film that's displayed in the movie. I really recommend it because Joe Dante just knows how to balance nostalgic horror and fun with comedy and some heartfeltness. And John Goodman's just awesome. This movie takes place in the 50s during the Cold War, or 1960s in the Cold War, and basically John Goodman's character plays like this theater promoter who has a movie that's coming out, and this kid loves horror movies, like old horror movies, and they don't know if like the movies special effects are what's causing things to go on, or if it's because of the Cold War. So really recommend checking this movie out. The next one I want to talk about is a movie I saw on my birthday. I picked it up on the last Shout Select series sale, and that was back in like spring, and that is Sylvester Stallone and Rutger Hauer in Nighthawks. Nighthawks was released in 1981. Sylvester Stallone plays a bearded mustache. That's right, mustached a police officer, and Rutger Hauer plays a European terrorist who's out to send a message to everyone. that he's trying to bring balance and order. It also has Billy D. Williams as the sidekick to Sylvester Stallone. I just think this is a really interesting, you know, kind of like a cop and a bad guy rivalry kind of movie. It's not like a super. It tries to be super serious, but there's parts where it's just not serious at all. It's just a really fun, intense movie at times, and I think Rutger Hauer really just steals the show here. So I would definitely check out Nighthawks. It's definitely worth it. I think Nighthawks right now on here, yeah, it's $14.99. Yeah, I would pick this up because Shout Select, this sale, they will give you free shipping at $50. So, you know, if you have a friend, split a cart, or, I mean, these titles we're talking about will easily get you to $50 at least, and then you'll get that free shipping. The next one is another pickup I got from the last sale back in spring. That is Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. I haven't seen this movie since high school. I saw it at my film appreciation class. It's spine number 100. You see with these Shout Select films, they're spine numbered. So for those collectors out there, this is another reason to get get into this sale. Basically, Sliding Doors, Gwyneth Paltrow. It basically takes the story into two parts, where the pivotal moment of her boyfriend cheating on her, does she catch him in the act or does she not? And it takes the story into two different, entirely different stories of what would be if she, you know, if that scenario had happened, and basically see her life unravel, and then she decides which life she wants to live. Really good film from the 90s. I believe it was 1998, but let me just double check. 97. Darn it, Chris. But Sliding Doors, I definitely recommend it. And that's only that was a new release, and that's at $15.99 right now. So I think I paid that last time, and it just recently got released. So you're saving yourself almost another $15. The next movie, I have not seen this, but I do think it's worth the pickup right now just because of its history, and that is Used Cars with Kurt Russell. Used Cars, I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting for time to see it. I've been told it's such a great film. The reason I would suggest picking this up right now at a steal $13.99, I got this at like secondhand from a seller of mine. He said it was $5. I paid $5, I think, for it. But I do recommend you get this because it used to only be available through Twilight Time, and it was a really hard one to get, and it was expensive. So now that it's only $13.99, get it right now, because who knows? I mean, Kurt Russell just sells out when he's on, because he must have an exclusive deal with his John Carpenter movies and whatever movie he was in that Shout Select and Scream Factory puts out. So you might as well just pick this movie up. I guess he's a used car salesman. It's a black comedy. I have not seen it, but I've been told to watch it by credible people, and it's like, I feel like you should just pick it up, because if that thing went out of print, I mean, it's just the Twilight Time thing all over again. But the next and last movie you have to pick up during this sale, it's $16.99. I think it's the most beautiful release from the Shout Selects release line, and that's When Harry Met Sally. I love this movie to death. It's perfect. It's Meg Ryan's best film. Billy Crystal's perfect in this movie. It's a really cheap movie to get in general as a Blu-ray. It's like $4, $5, but I mean, for $16.99, just pick up the special edition with the really good bonus features, and the transfer is beautiful. And the slipcover, it's just a gorgeous release. I'm struggling with the slipcover of a really great film, and I think you should check it out, because, I mean, if you haven't seen When Harry Met Sally, you're really missing out. I think all the movies I just talked about just now, you should already have been checking out. If not, do it now. Don't waste the time. I know Halloween is right around the corner, and you want to get into that really creepy, spooky vibe, which if you want to get really accelerate into that, you should check out my last video where we talk about the Dismember September films, which are just ultra gory movies. Definitely recommend checking those out. But no, this sale is limited time right now. Right now, I don't know if I'm going to participate just because I can't get enough of my cart, but Mr. Mom is one I really want to check out. And there's a couple Veronica Lake films that I really want to buy. And we'll see if I decide to pull the trigger or not. So, but you can find that. I'll put a link of the sale down below. I really think you should all give this sale a chance and look at their catalog and order some really great films at dirt cheap prices, because a lot of times right now lately, Scream Factory and Shout have been having a lot of out of print and losing license of their releases. and I don't want people to miss out on some fantastic movies. So really, I recommend checking it out. Also, while I also have your attention, I would recommend checking out our podcast series. It's on iTunes and it's on Spotify. It's Inside the Sequel, where we talk about sequel films that don't get often recognized or that we kind of forgot about them, like Shrek 2. Our latest episode, we had Seth, and we talk about Blade Runner 2049 while getting belligerently drunk. I recommend listening to that. I'll put a link to that stuff down below. If you want to be a part of the show, don't forget to email us at hertastic.reviews@gmail.com. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you're having a good time. I really appreciate that. Talk to me down in the comments below. But yeah, if you're not buying, Shout Select films for your collection, do you really care about movies? We'll see you next time.